Welcome to The Explainer. Digital marketing, it can feel really overwhelming, right? Well, if that's you, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to cut right through all that noise. I'm going to give you a super simple, clear map of how it all works, right from the very beginning.
So instead of just, throwing a bunch of complicated tools and acronyms at you, we're going to do something different. We're going to tell a story. It's the story of your customer's journey, from a complete stranger who's never even heard of you all the way to becoming your biggest fan.
And that's the big question, isn't it? How do you actually do that? In this super crowded online world we live in, this is the challenge every single business faces. So, what's the answer?
Well, the answer is a really powerful idea called the customer journey funnel. The easiest way to think about it, it's like a roadmap. It's a guide that takes a potential customer step by step from that very first hello all the way to them becoming a happy, paying customer. Now, this whole journey, we can break it down into 4 key stages. And to make it super easy to remember, we use the acronym RACE. That stands for Reach, Act, Convert, and Engage. Let's walk through each one piece by piece. Okay, let's get into it. First up, reach. This stage is all about one thing, getting found. Just think about it for a second. It's about being there, right? At that exact moment when someone thinks, I have a problem, and they start searching online for the very solution that you offer.
And where's the first place we all go when we need an answer? We search, right? We go to Google, maybe YouTube, maybe somewhere else. That little search bar, that's basically your digital front door. It's your one shot to make a great first impression. So, to make sure you actually show up in those search results, you've got 2 main plays. On one hand, you have SEO, search engine optimization. Think of this as the long game. It's like planting a tree. It takes time and effort to earn your spot, but once you're there, you've built real trust and authority. On the other hand, you've got PPC, or pay-per-click. This is the fast track. It's like buying a ticket on a rocket ship. You pay for that traffic, and you get immediate results and speed.
Okay, so you got the click. Someone is on your website. That is a huge win, seriously. But the journey's not over yet, not by a long shot. The next big question is, how do you take that initial curiosity and turn it into a real connection and then a sale? Well, that's where the act and convert stages come into play.
This is where content marketing and social media step in as the heroes of our story. And look, the goal here is not to immediately push for a sale. No way. It's all about being genuinely helpful. It's about guiding that person, answering their questions, and building a real community around what you do.
Now, this next idea is super important. Not all content is the same. It has different jobs. This content funnel shows you exactly how to use the right content at the right time. So you start wide with things like blog posts to just get on their radar. Then, when someone's doing more serious research, you can offer them something with more substance, like a guide or a webinar. And finally, when they're this close to making a decision, you bring out the big guns. Things like case studies or a product demo to seal the deal.
So, while content is great for guiding people, email marketing, that's where you build a direct one-to-one connection. It's still one of the absolute best ways to nurture that relationship over time, to gently guide someone from just being interested to actually becoming a customer.
And hey, if you ever doubt how powerful email still is, just look at this number. The data is just wild. On average, for every single dollar you put into email marketing, you get back $44. That's a crazy return on investment. And it's exactly why email is still one of the most powerful tools any marketer has.
Okay, so getting people to your website, that's really only half the battle. Once they're there, you have to make it super, super easy for them to do what you want them to do. That whole process is called conversion rate optimization, or CRO for short. It's basically about tweaking your website to get more of the people who are already visiting to become actual customers. All right, let's talk about the final stage. And honestly, this might just be the most important one, because a truly great marketing strategy doesn't just stop once someone buys something. In a lot of ways, that's where the real relationship actually begins.
The most successful companies out there, they get this. They know the real gold isn't in that one-time sale. It's in turning that new customer into a loyal, repeat customer, someone who really feels like they're a part of your brand.
And that is what the engage stage is all about. It's about using things like personalized emails and fun social media conversations to keep the value coming long after they've bought from you. This is how you build real loyalty. This is how you create brand advocates, people who love what you do so much they basically become your volunteer marketing team.
Okay, so let's zoom out for a second and look at the big picture. We've literally followed the entire journey. We started with a complete stranger just typing a question into a search bar, and we ended with that same person becoming a true fan of your brand.
And if you remember one thing from all of this, let it be this. A great digital marketing strategy isn't about just picking one channel. It's not SEO or social media. It's about building a single integrated machine where all the parts, your SEO, your content, your email, are all working together, perfectly in sync. And what holds that machine together, it's really just 3 simple things. First, you gotta have clear goals. Know exactly what you're trying to do. Second, you have to measure everything. Use your analytics so you can stop guessing and start knowing what really works. And finally, number 3, you have to integrate everything so that all your channels are telling one single, consistent story.
And that brings us to the final thought I want to leave you with. Right now, this very second, someone out there is starting this journey. They have a problem, and they're looking for a solution that you provide. So the only question is, are you going to be part of their journey? Because understanding that journey, well, that's the first step to making sure the answer to that question is a definite yes.